Okay guys, down here at Deep South Homestead, our tank has gone out on our well. The bladder has busted in it, we believe. Water's cycling continually. We just had the well redone here a while back, the put valve and all that in there. And they did have to add air to the tank then, so we believe that the bladder's busted because of what's going on. So we're going to be taking this tank out and installing a new one. We've turned the water off to the barn, to the outside faucets, to the house. Now we're going to actually kill the power so that we have no power left. Now, I'm going to cut the insulation loose right here. Try to get some of this is old duct tape that's on here. I don't use duct tape any longer. One of them things, you use what you got when you got it. We're going to cut this insulation loose right here. Try to see if we can work our way around it here. Gonna get this took off and see if we can get this here foil tape cut. Expose our pipe. There we go. Now, some of this trash out of here. I don't like trash in my stuff. Okay, we're going to have to drain the water out of this system first before we ever start. So what we're going to do is go ahead and relieve some of our pressure through this overflow valve here. Well, let me get it to turn. There we go. Well, it looks like I got problems. That's what you get into when you get the ball valves that ain't been used on a regular basis. You run into water problems. Alright, so I got to get up here. It looks like this thing's going to flood the whole area here. Let me get where I can move around in here a little bit. I'll go ahead and open this back up. We'll turn this faucet on here. Get rid of some of our pressure. I gotta replace that. Look for one thing, you find something else. Okay guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be cutting this right in here. When I do, all the water in this tank's gonna be coming out of it. It's going to flood the whole place in here, but that's part of it. Save myself a little pipe here. I'm going to start spewing up now. Get where I can squeeze this thing. When you check your air pressure up here at the top, when you mash the valve in to check it, if water sprays up out of it, that's another way you can tell you have a busted bladder in the tank. Okay guys, this is the bottom of a bladder tank, and what I've done is screwed a 1-inch PVC fitting into that. I used liquid Teflon. I don't believe in the tape. Too many times it leaks. And this will leak too. I'm not saying it doesn't leak, but hey, the liquid Teflon's always done me a better job. I went ahead and glued my 1-inch pipe into it. I'm gonna be cutting it off. This is just this is probably a little too long, but I can always cut it off again. I can't add it back. And I always like to rock my knife when I go to cut this bigger pipe. Go ahead and get it started. So I make a good, clean, smooth cut. Okay guys, I'm putting cleaner on here. This is code where we live at. You've got to use the purple cleaner. Code mandates it. The inspector, if for some reason this thing had to be inspected, and he doesn't see the purple dye in the cleaner, he will make you redo it. Of course, we're not expecting any kind of inspection, but I go ahead and do everything to code anyway because I don't see any need. Well, I mean, for future references, you'll learn that the direction our country's gone in, sometimes it's just better to comply on things that really don't matter. Anytime you push a piece of fitting on like this, you want to rotate it a little bit and then hold it, because the bigger a piece of fitting is, the easier it will be to actually turn around and slide back off. Alright, now comes the funny part. Okay guys, not everything about plumbing is easy. I've got this sleeve glued on. I've got the cleaner in both of them. Now I've got to be able to put glue in here and glue on this and get this tank on here before it sets. And working by yourself, this is not easy. Especially it's a hard place to work in. So we're just going to cross our fingers and hope that we can get this thing on here and get it done. I'm going to put a little extra glue because we're not going to be able to rotate it. I think we got it far enough up on there. We're going to probably have to do a little bit of shimming. Tank's got a little bit of a wobble to it here because the floor is a little unlevel, but I think we can work with that. Okay guys, we've got it all hooked up. The tank is working fine. All we've got left to do now is to just make sure we get any air in the system out
and adjust the pressure gauge valve to match the tank. We like ours to be 30 and 50. We got to set it at that. I like my cut-in pressure to be 2 pounds difference. So that's what we'll do, and that's something that's going to take a while to do, so I'm probably not going to show all that. We just want to take y'all along on this part of the journey and showing you what we do to install a tank on a shallow well. So thank you from Deep South Homestead.